had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, 'cause they're in for one very long phase. Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. And for some reason, I almost believed him. I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions. no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country. The other side of the world. My mind, can't process it. That she's really going to be gone. Just gone. Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore. We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone. The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait. Oh my God. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes. Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did, and that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
Hey guys. I wanted to pop in here just to say something. I knew the main thrust of the game was someone coming to terms with homosexuality, but I didn't know the specifics. I wanted to play the game first and see how it handled it. I am quite impressed. This is one of the best story games I played in a long time, and the environment was handled quite well. There's so many hints about what happened over the past year while Caitlin was away, but they all seem so authentic. This is one of the best and most consistent game worlds I've seen in a long time. Beyond all that, I played this game for a reason. It's been a while since I've had to deal with the issues of a teenager, and now that I'm closer to being an actual adult, the short-sightedness of judging younger folk just because I've been there and done that is becoming more apparent. Not that I'm passing judgment or shaking my head just because I see another generation doing the same asinine things I did, but, you know. I think there's a tremendous value in being a teenager and taking a risk, like Sam did. It's almost certainly going to be a mistake, but there's no better way to learn. Despite all the jokes I made in Namco High, I am straight, so I never had to deal with the judgment like she did. But, you know, truthfully, we all have to deal with the judgments of others in some way. You know, we're all unique and quirky in one way or the other, and someone's going to hate that. No matter what you do or who you are, someone is going to make a snap judgment about you and put you in a box with a label that doesn't suit you. It can be tough, but you know, that's what growing up is all about. It's not just the teenage years. You know, our minds keep developing well into our 20s too. And the longer you play it safe, the harder it will be to know when to unapologetically be yourself and when you're being an obnoxious jackass. You know, once I was able to see myself, I was finally able to see other people too. It doesn't matter if you choose your own identity or if it's chosen for you. Either way, you're going to be in the same world, and knowing what's out there can really help. It's kind of strange when you wake up and realize your life has been based on the decisions of a teenager. That was from the musical Passing Strange. But if you're not willing to mess up as a teenager, you're going to mess up worse as an adult. Learning how to handle yourself and become who you are and who you want to be is easier if you do it sooner. The beautiful part is you don't have to do it alone. You know, I think if you really want to live, you have to invest in others. The best moments of my life have been either with other people or because of other people. You know, friends, family, whoever. There will probably be a lot of heartache as you make and break relationships, but learning how to deal with that is part of growing up. It's cliche as hell, but if you love yourself, you'll never be alone. Take care, guys.